Hey, what's up everyone, it's Linus and you're watching the intro video to my channel Trading with Linus. Before talking about what I want to talk about today, I first just gonna give a short introduction on myself. I make on average between 500 to 1500 pips per week in the Forex market, but I don't do it by using conventional methods of trading. I actually have my own method, which I design myself. And yes, I know a lot of traders make such claims, but I actually have evidence of my trading record in my Telegram channel where I've been sharing my own analysis of the charts. And I have also done some live trades for about a month and have showed to members of my channel that I can in fact back up my own claims with real results. I initially created that channel to basically teach trading through live examples and in real time, because it's easy to talk a big game on an old chart where anyone can already see where the price has moved to, and you have probably seen a lot of that yourself. But please keep in mind that everything I talk about in this video, it's all just about the Forex market. There are a lot of traders out there who can be profitable in other markets like equities, for example. And even in lower time frames like 5-minute charts, they are constantly profitable in those other markets, but they keep failing to do the same in the Forex market, and that is due to the inherent difference between Forex market and other markets. So whenever I'm saying trading anywhere in this video, I'm specifically talking about trading Forex. By the way, the link to my Telegram channel is in the description of the video. If you want to check it out, you can. Okay, now that I got that out of the way, it's time to talk about what I wanted to talk about in this video. So I'm going to spend the next few minutes explaining why there is no shortage of educators on trading Forex, why should you even watch my videos, what is new about my trading method that has helped me become consistently profitable in the Forex market, and then I'm going to move on to explaining how I'm going to help you become profitable and why. Alright, so let's take those topics one by one. First, why there is no shortage of educators in the Forex market. When it comes to trading Forex, we generally have three types of educators. The first group are traders who can make enough money or any money at all from trading. The second group are charlatans who pretend to teach to make money off of naive beginners. And the third and the most rare group of educators are exceptionally good traders who teach for a variety of personal reasons. Alright, so let's talk about the first group. Traders who can't make money from trading. Traders who can't make money from trading doesn't really need any more explanation. It's obvious why they teach. They really need the money. They need their naive beginners to believe that they are profitable, so they often use their years of experience as a tool to create a false image of themselves, so beginners believe in them and believe they are profitable, so eventually they can cash in on that image and convince those naive beginners to pay them for their private educational courses or one-on-one training sessions. But even though these traders are in the majority of this category, there are still a semi-big minority of traders out there who are profitable by the definition. What I mean by that is that they can trade profitably, but they simply, more often than not, aren't making enough money to live off of trading alone. These traders, which most of them have been in this game for a very long time, turn to teaching as a mean to create a second route of income for themselves. And why aren't they making enough money from trading? If they are as good of a trader as they say they are, how come they don't just stick to trading and get rich off of that instead of wasting their time teaching others how to trade? Well, the simple answer to that question is that they are good traders, but they aren't exceptionally good at it. Meaning they can still trade profitably over longer periods of time, but their method of trading doesn't really give them a lot of trading opportunities. What I mean by that is they are usually trading based on some sort of strategy where they have to wait and wait and wait for a specific setup to appear on the chart so they can trade that specific setup. Therefore, they have to make a choice. Either they have to increase their capital so they can trade with higher volumes on those few trading opportunities and actually make enough to live off of it, or if they can't increase their capital, or if their capital isn't big enough already, they need to leave it alone, leave their investment alone for a while, so that they can grow it over time with the help of compound interest. And most choose the second option. So while they are leaving their capital alone and are not spending any of the gains, they need a second source of income to pay for their cost of living. So this is where the teaching comes into play. So most, and please note that I'm saying most, not all, most of educators out there are simply traders who are trading based on a certain type of strategies that they claim have a good enough win ratio to make them profitable in the long haul. Or they are simply focused on making returns on longer periods of time, like 20% after 3 months or something like that, or more even. Most of them aim for like around 20% return on their investment every year, so it's easier for them to just trade daily charts or 8-hour charts, even though the trading opportunities are significantly less than lower time frame charts. And most of these traders usually say stuff like it's impossible to make money on lower time frames in today's market, or trading lower time frames is like the best way to lose money, and a statement of that nature. And it's kind of understandable coming from them, since if they knew how to trade those lower time frames, they wouldn't be limiting themselves to higher time frames or like 8-hour charts or daily charts. But that's another discussion for another video. I'm not going to get into that now. And if you take a deeper look at their method of trading, you can see that most of their strategies eventually come down to support and resistance lines. They try to buy at support and sell at resistance, and they usually come up with a certain set of rules for themselves so they can be profitable over the long haul. And they achieve that mostly by adjusting their risk to reward ratio, managing their trades properly, and keeping up their risk and money management and trading discipline in place. So they are usually trading with a risk to reward ratio of 1 to 2 or higher. So it's not like they can predict the market per se, it's just that they take a more statistical approach to trading Forex, like for example with that 1 to 3 risk to reward ratio, you only really need to be right 25% of the time to break even, and if you are right 33% of the time, you are making a profit. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with that. If you are already profitable and you are happy with a small but consistent rate of increase on your investments, good for you, mate. Stick to doing what you're doing. Don't try to fix something that isn't broken, But this type of trading is without a doubt very time consuming, to say the least. The trading opportunities are rare, and if you don't have a big capital that allows you to trade high volumes, you either don't make enough money to make a living from trading, or you don't make enough money to be able to spend much from your earnings. Hence the high number of educators all teaching the same things, because it's not that they are wrong, they are obviously profitable, but that's why they basically are selling the same thing to all the beginners, because they all have the same problem. They can't make enough, or they can make money fast enough. It's a better way of saying it. Also, the problem I have with these methods is that usually traders who trade like this, they pretend the market is only real when they are trading it, Like they fixate on some specific elements, whether it is support or resistance lines, or candlestick patterns, or buying or selling pressure, or momentum, or whatever that may be. They only fixate on the certain element they are looking for, and then treat the rest of the chart as white noise, as if the rest of the chart is just garbage and doesn't have any meaning, and the market isn't there when they are not in with a trade. And this is without a doubt the biggest mistake a trader can make. But let's not get far from the main topic here. Okay. So why do I believe you shouldn't follow these educators? Well, simply because you can't be sure whether they are actually profitable or they just say that they are. Legitimacy is a big problem. If you see an educator who claims to have a winning strategy and wants you to pay some money and join their special training course, or give them money for one-on-one training sessions, first ask them to provide proof of their success, or at least provide some sort of proof from the success of their trainees. And don't rely on the experience alone, because experience isn't a reliable indicator of whether a trader is profitable or not. Simply because most trading methods that used to work 10 years ago, for example, are simply obsolete now. That you can make money from them because there are actually bots in the market designed to take out traders who use those old methods of trading. They are basically just market makers trying to hit your stop every single time you put a trade in. So it just doesn't work, and just because someone used to make money from trading back then doesn't mean they can make money today. You're only really as good of your last trade in this market, so make sure you know who you are following. Again, I'm just talking about the forex market here, not other markets. I will get back to this topic later in the future, so let's move on to the next. Fortunately, it's really not that hard for profitable traders to show proof of their work. You will always hear lots of reasons for why a trader might want to hide their track record. And sure, in some cases those reasons might be valid, but when it comes to your future as a trader, don't just blindly bet on the legitimacy of your educator, you know? It's a very important subject. It's definitely the most important thing you can focus on as a beginner. After all, it's easier to doodle on a chart and predict moves on a chart, but the real skill is to take successful trades on those moves. So if someone is trying to sell you a training course, don't be shy about asking for their track record, and if they prove they are profitable, then sign up for their course. Otherwise, stay away from them, because nothing can really ruin you more than walking down the wrong path or following the wrong education. Alright, let's move on to the next group. Charlatans who pretend to teach to make money off of naive beginners. These are typically the educators who work for brokers. They usually have IB contracts with brokers, and their main goal is to get you to trade the biggest volumes possible and trade as often as possible. And that's because they get paid when you blow up and lose your money. What they do is they give you false education. Like, they give you an indicator and they say when this line crossed that line from above, sell, and when it crossed it from the below, buy, and stuff like that, because they don't really want to teach you anything about the market or give you any real trading knowledge. They just want you to trade the biggest volumes you can and trade as often as possible, because each time you place a trade, they get a percentage commission from the broker. So you lose your money to the broker that is automatically taking the other side of your trades, and then the broker gives the commission to the educator, and that educator keeps bringing new traders to the platform, and this cycle just keeps going and going forever. I'm not saying that anyone who has an IB contract definitely is a charlatan, of course not, but I'm just saying that most of these charlatans use these IB contracts as like an indirect method for scamming beginners. So yeah, not every free education is a good education, and not every paid course is going to be good for you. So be very careful about these seemingly good guys who pretend like they have a quick fix for all of your trading problems. All right, let's move on to the final category. The most rare by far are these type of traders who are exceptionally good at the trading, and you can't really find many of them because they make far more money from trading in the market than they can possibly make by teaching others how to trade. So they don't necessarily see teaching as a source of income. They look at it more as a mean to better themselves at their craft. And they usually do that through writing books on trading and their methods, or putting out recorded video courses or webinars, and all sorts of ways. And some of them enjoy even having their own private trading floor type of community, where they work with a group of students who are serious about trading, and you might be able to join these groups and learn a lot from these educators through their website. The thing is that most of those books and courses aren't really free, and some of them are indeed expensive. Most of the time it's a good investment to spend money on education. Spending money on learning from a good educator is actually a very wise move on your part. You should know something about educators. While they can be tremendously helpful in teaching you the science of trading, give you a clear idea of the market and how you can make money from it, it's really only through hard work and dedication that you can become successful in this field. What I mean by that is the educators can teach you what they know about the market, or how it works, and how you should behave in this market to be profitable. But unless you put in the time and effort yourself, you won't survive in this field. That's just the honest truth. I know it might be a bit hard to understand what I'm trying to say here, but let's think of learning how to trade as if it's learning how to drive. After all, they both are skills. And sure, a good driving instructor can teach you how to drive a car, but does that mean you're going to become the best driver in the world? Of course not. But it's only through your hard work and dedication that you can actually polish your skill and get better at it. I will talk about this more in future videos too, but let's keep this short, or as short as we can. Alright, so what's new about my trading method? In one word, nothing. Yes, I'm not claiming that I have reinvented the wheel. No one can really claim that. In fact, if you look at the charts from like 50 years ago or something, and then compare them to the charts you have today, they look exactly the same. You can see the same things on both charts, the same movement, the same patterns. Nothing seems really different. And why is that? Well, it's because even though in today's world, with the growth of technology, most of the trading that big institutions are doing is being done by computers, those computers are still being coded by human beings. Meaning, even though they are following mathematical algorithms which guarantee the institutions are going to be profitable over the long haul, they are still mimicking the human behavior and therefore can be predicted to some extent. So my method is actually a mixture of conventional methods of trading, tools of technical and fundamental analysis, mixed with some other concept that I have put together myself, which I believe is helping me to follow the movements of those bots in the market in order to trade with them and not against them. If you were following my Telegram channel where I used to share trades, you probably have seen that I often put in pending orders way before the price reaches a certain area, and I often try to catch reversals, and more often than not my orders get filled at the upper pin or lower pin of that last candle in the bullish or bearish move I'm trying to catch. And that is because I'm not placing my orders based solely on the conventional methods of trading, since most of those methods actually require you to wait for some type of signal bar, and then the entry will be somewhere after that signal bar, depending on what type of rules you are following on your strategy. But that's not what I do, and don't get me wrong, I still use technical analysis for sure in all of my trades, but that's not all I use. I will explain my own method in future videos as well, but I first want to build a good basis in technical analysis for most of you guys who might be beginners or semi-advanced traders. So I want to build a strong base first, and then you might be able to easier understand how my method actually works. When I started trading, I started with getting private tutoring from a great trader whom I was lucky enough to meet, and I learned the basic concept of trading from him, and then I spent probably like 40 hours per week for a long time on reading all sorts of trading books covering the whole spectrum of trading, from the conventional methods of trading like tools of technical analysis to the more unconventional methods such as algorithmic trading and machine trading. And I have watched more video courses and webinars than I even care to admit to. What I'm trying to say is that I have went through the grind myself, and I have put in the time and effort. And because of that, I finally managed to join the ranks of elite traders worldwide. Returning 5% on your capital by risking 2% every day is nothing to sneeze at. Yet still I know I'm not even close to the top 1% of traders in the world. I know traders who make what I make in a month, in just 1 week, and most of those traders are a lot more advanced than I am, to the point that most of them don't even trade manually anymore. They are basically 1% high frequency trading firms. All I'm trying to say is that there is a long way to the top, and a lot of traders, myself included, may never reach there. But I have managed to reach where I am today in about a year and a half, and I believe you can do it too. The key is just getting proper education and putting in the time and effort. Okay, so how I'm going to help you become profitable? I honestly haven't given much thought to how I'm going to effectively teach what I know to others, mostly because I'm still having trouble with balancing this and work at the same times. Because even though I do enjoy helping others, I just don't have enough free time to do both this and work at the same time. Most of the educators out there are either retired from trading or they are trading mostly daily charts, so they have more free time on their hands than I have. And my success rate actually declined when I started my Telegram channel, since I was getting constantly distracted by the social media and kept losing my focus and made trading mistakes that I otherwise wouldn't have made. And since I'm not making any money from doing this, I really can't afford losing money because of it. So I'm just gonna keep this as a weekend type of activity in my free time. And during the week I might only be active on my Telegram channel, where I might share my own analysis of the charts, and I'm gonna just spend the weekends focusing on creating more content for you guys. And I also like to add weekly analysis of the market to my goals for this YouTube channel. So yeah, I think I'll keep this channel going by posting educational videos starting from the most basic levels for absolute beginners, and then work my way up to the more advanced subjects, so eventually we can have a series of videos that can help any beginner to start learning trading Forex from 0 to 100 right in this channel. We don't have many Forex specific educational courses out there, or at least I couldn't find any. So I thought I might as well create one myself. Alright, sorry for the long rant, guys. I think it's time for me to wrap this one up. Please subscribe to this channel and my Telegram channel so I can stay in contact with you better. Feel free to tell other traders you know about this channel and spread the word and help me grow this channel faster and get more motivated to post more content. If you have any comments or suggestions, leave them in the comment section below. You can also contact me via email. My email address is in the description of this video. And if you like this video, please like it and give it a thumbs up so YouTube suggests it to other people who are searching for similar subjects. And yeah, thanks for watching and have a great week, everyone.